Hi, this is Brian Begley. Today we are doing our monthly nCloud9 and Dynamics 365 Support.com webinar. This month's topic is Dynamics 365 Mobile. Let's take another look. Before we get started, a little bit about nCloud9 and Dynamics 365 Support.com. We're both the same company, but we have different purposes. nCloud9 is a Microsoft Silver Cloud customer relationship partner. We've worked exclusively with Dynamics 365 and over 15 years experience. We work with companies primarily in the North America, and all we do is with Dynamics 365. Most of the work through nCloud9 is our project-based work. So if you have a project, if you want to implement Dynamics 365, if you want to extend it with a marketing automation tool, or if you want to make some changes, reach out to nCloud9. If you've already been using Dynamics 365 for a while and you need a support company to help you to get through day-to-day support issues with Dynamics 365, you can also reach out to us at Dynamics365Support.com. We provide low-cost, fixed-fee support services for Dynamics 365, Power Apps, Power Automate, basically the entire Power platform from Microsoft. But enough about us, let's talk about Dynamics 365 Mobile. Dynamics 365 Mobile has been an app that's been around for probably at least 8 or 9 years. But over the years, it's never gotten quite the respect that it should have. Most of my experience was that the Dynamics 365 app was just good enough. It didn't do a great job of giving you a mobile experience for your CRM, but at least it was better than nothing. The first versions that came out were completely browser based, and so you had to run through your browser on a limited ability smartphone, or even earlier with the flip phones. You could access Dynamics 365 or CRM data and update from the road. As smartphones became prevalent, Microsoft released a dedicated app for both the iOS and the Android platforms, as well as a Windows mobile app and BlackBerry apps. They were never that great, however, because the experience was very different from using CRM on your computer. So for example, an account form, you might only have about the first 10 fields on your account record showing on the mobile app. So if you wanted to see more than 10 fields, you had to make sure you ordered them in the correct format on your account form. But now that we've gone to the unified interface, it's made a major difference in how Dynamics 365 Mobile works for its customers. Dynamics 365 Mobile takes the power of the unified interface with its consistent user experience and refactors it so that the forms and the views and the dashboards that you see on your web browser while you're on your computer looks very familiar when you're on your phone or your tablet. The responsive forms that Microsoft Dynamics 365 uses now resize themselves automatically to give you the best experience on a mobile app. So now you can use Dynamics 365 Mobile on either your computer, or you can use it on your phone or your tablet, and you're going to have the same experience. So there's not going to be very much retraining in order to get your best usage out of it. So let's talk about some ways Dynamics 365 Mobile keeps you more productive on the road. So with Dynamics 365 Mobile, you can see all the most important information. You can see your accounts, you can see your contacts. You can look at your timeline to see what the last activity was at the client you're about to visit. You can look at a dashboard and see if there's been any new closed opportunities since you left the office, or if anybody has created a case at one of your clients, so that when you're walking into a meeting, you can check your cases and make sure that there's going to be no surprises when you meet with your client. With the newest versions, you can scan business cards. So you can take a business card that you have, scan it into CRM, and create a lead or a contact record directly from that business card. You can easily track your emails and activities from Outlook. You can also use the application, the mobile app, to take pictures videos, and sound recordings and attach them into your accounts, contacts, and other records as notes. So you can upload data when you're out in the field. You can upload pictures if you're inspecting a piece of equipment or looking to track some information about a home you might be selling. You can also scan barcodes. So you can have a barcode on a piece of equipment and use that as the basis to create a inspection report to call up that record using the barcode that's on that piece of equipment. Also, we have the relationship assistant that's in the web app to see your next steps at different projects or different opportunities. And reference panels allow you to easily see related records from accounts and contact records. So let's see what the next slide says. If the mobile app from Microsoft doesn't meet all your needs, there are other third-party tools that can help you take your mobile experience to the next level. One of the most popular is by a company called Enogic, and they have a tool called Mapalytics. With Mapalytics, you can, from your desktop or from your mobile device, use pinpoint search to find your clients, find directions, the best route to get to your clients, what other clients might exist in that same area, what other leads or opportunities might exist in the neighborhood you're visiting today. And so you can make sure you're using the best use of your time to visit your clients that you are not visiting today. So you might want to add on another client while you're out on the road. We also, Enogic's Mapalytics application also can tell you nearby places. So if you're planning on meeting a client today, you could see nearby hotels, nearby restaurants, other attractions, so that you can set up a meeting with your client and find a good steakhouse that they want to visit with it. So Enogic, Mapalytics, it's just a higher application, another application that works with Dynamics on your mobile phone to get you even better data and make you more productive. So with that, let's test drive Mobile Dynamics 365. I'm going to switch out of PowerPoint here, and we're going to go open up AirServer. AirServer is a tool that allows me to mirror my phone into Dynamics, onto my laptop. So let me just call that up here. All right, so we're calling up my iPhone. So I'm going to be working from my iPhone right now, and we're going to be going through Dynamics 365 Mobile. So first thing I want to do on my phone is switch to the Dynamics app. So I'm going to type the Dynamics 365 app. I'm going to open it up. And when I do that, I'm going to start in my Sales Hub. So this is the same Sales Hub that I have when I'm online on my computer. And I'm opening up directly right into an account because I was in this account last time I was in there. So I'm looking at this account information, and I could see my primary contact. From here, I can click on that contact record, and I can open up Deborah Bergeser's contact record. I could do a lot of things from here. One thing that I really like that I can do is from this record, I have Deb's mobile phone number here. So let's not all call Deb right now, but I'm going to give her a quick phone call. Then I'm going to cancel it because I don't really want to make this phone call go through. What's going to happen though is what you'll notice is a phone call record opened up for me. So because I started that phone call from the mobile client, I have a record of that phone call, and I could type my subject. So I could say called about opportunity. And I could put my notes about that. I could put my notes in here, and I could save that call. And now I have that call saved in Dynamics 365. I can look at that record. Here's that actual phone call here. I can mark it complete because the phone call's been completed. And I could look in my timeline under Deborah's name. So if I click on my ellipses here, I could see my contact timeline. So I'm going to open up that timeline, and just like on my desktop, I can see all of our recent records. I see phone calls, I see emails, I can see other records that other users in my organization have completed. And I am going to now take a look at that. So I could then look at related records. So I could say I want to see any cases that we might have open. So the best way to see things like that is you're going to open up a reference panel. Sorry about that. And you can get to the reference panel from the account record. Let's go to the account record here. So I'm going to go back to my account record. And I'm at the account now. Now, if I scroll down through the screen, I'm going to get to this related area here. And the related area shows me other records that previously would have been kept in separate subgrids. So for example, my first record in this reference panel shows me my contacts at nCloud9. If I click on that second button, it shows me all of our most recent opportunities. It looks like I won a sales opportunity with them back on November. I can click on this wrench gear and I could see recent cases with this client. And finally, I can look at this last button here and I can see any customer service entitlements I might have for this client. Now, you wouldn't want to keep this just the way it is. If you don't use entitlements, you would want to work with your support people to modify what you see right there. So you could add records that are important to your end users. You can, from here, edit existing cases, open them up. You can also create a brand new case. And so that's the basic navigation of account records. I'm going to show you how you get around in CRM. Now I'm showing you my screen here at the bottom. You'll notice there's a bunch of icons along the bottom here. We have a couple icons. The first arrow here takes me back to my last record that I was in. This next icon here is the hamburger control, which just like in desktop CRM, will open up the list of all the entities I have in my Sales Hub. So if I want to switch to leads, I would click on that hamburger and I would switch to leads. If I want to switch to accounts, I would click on the hamburger and switch to account records. This next button is my home. That takes me to whatever I've determined is my home page. So for me, my home button, my home screen is the Sales Activity Social Dashboard. I can do global searches by clicking on the search button. So I can search using relevant search, or I can search using categorized search, whichever experience I prefer. And then I'm going to show you, I have a couple areas. I can look at my relationship assistant, which would tell me if I have any opportunities that might be past its current close date. It might tell me people I should be calling that are important to my business using AI. I also have a quick create menu. And when I click on the quick create menu, I see things like accounts, cases, contacts. I'm going to click on leads here. And I'm going to show you how now to scan a business card. So what we have here is we have a business card button that I can press. And when I click on that, the first time it's going to ask me, can I use the camera in my phone? And I've already said so. And I'm taking Tony's business card that I got here the other day. I'm going to take a picture of it. It's as simple as that. I click use this photo, and Dynamics 365 is going to use artificial intelligence to scan that business card, and it's going to put the correct information on this form. It's still currently scanning right now. So it takes that card in, it fills in that Tony Aguilera, he works at UPS. It wasn't able to get the company name. You know, that's what's going to happen with cards, but it did get his email address. It did get his phone number in CRM. So now I can save and close that lead that I've created. It's telling me before I do it, I need to give it a lead, give it a name. So I'm going to say UPS lead. Okay. So because I have a required field of a topic. So now I'm going to save and close that record, and it's created that lead. Now I'm going to show you a few other things I can do with my camera. I'm going to click on view record, and we're going to open up that lead record from Tony. One thing you should notice is we have our business process ribbon right along the top here. So just like on our computer, I can look and see what are all the steps I need to qualify this lead into a opportunity. I also on here, we have our timeline. So I'm going to click on my ellipsis. I'm going to go to timeline, and I'm going to load up the timeline. From here, I can create all sorts of different activities, emails, phone calls, appointments, tasks, but I can also create notes. Now, notes in the mobile app have a couple features that aren't available in the desktop app. And one of them is that you can upload different types of files. So let's say I want to take a picture of something as a note. Well, I would click on this little camera icon, which is right here. I click on the camera and I will take a picture. And we're just going to take an infinite picture of the screen that we're broadcasting from. I'm going to use this photo, and it's going to upload that photo as a JPEG into Tony's lead record. And now I've added that JPEG into CRM as a lead. I can also do things like capture video, right? According to this, video has been turned off. I'm going to turn that on by clicking on my settings area, and I'm going to go to mobile settings, and I'm going to allow access to local things. So once I've done that, I can click on my video and I can start recording a video. So here's my office. I'm just showing you little pieces here. I'm going to save that and I'm going to click use video. And now I've copied that video, you'll see, is attached to this lead note. So I'm going to add a note called video. And finally, I'm not going to do this here, but you'll see there's a microphone here. I could use this microphone and record a conversation or a meeting that I'm in, so I have a copy of that conversation stored in CRM as a note. Okay, so that's really all I wanted to show you today with Dynamics 365 mobile app. I do want to say that over the years, I've seen that the Dynamics 365 mobile app has greatly improved. I do want to say if you do have any questions, please feel free to contact us, Brian at ncloud9 or bbegley@ncloud9.com. There's some really great resources out there. If you go to the Microsoft Docs site, they have a pretty good user guide that can help you get your best usage out of Dynamics 365 Mobile. So please feel free to look at it. Once again, if you have any questions, please get a hold of me, bbegley@ncloud9.com. And do sign up for our webinar next January. It's going to be January 17th, 2020. We're going to be going over Dynamics 365 for Outlook. We're going to talk about how to use it on the desktop and get your best experience and go over some best practices. And we're also going to talk about how best to track emails and other records, not just from your desktop, but from the mobile app as well. So everybody have a great holiday season, and we'll talk to you next year. Bye-bye.